Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Sunny with Creative Therapy, and we're going to make a new little photo wallet, I guess is what I'll call it. This is a small album. It measures 6.5 by 4.5 and only about 3/4 of an inch wide. I've jazzed up the front a little bit with some metals, and it's called This Makes Me Smile. It was made from this 6x6 pad that I found on sale at Joann's. It's called Gather. It's by Crate Paper. Alright, so you open it up. This one is super simple. On the left inside cover, we have 3 stacked pockets. And our photo mats inside get progressively longer. We start with a 3.5, we go to 4.5, and then 5.5. So we have a stacked pocket. Okay, what just happened there? Okay, there we go. Alright, sorry about that. These little pockets do lift up, and you have room for 2 4x6s, or you could put a smaller picture and journal. You can do some embellishing if you'd like with a photo. It's kind of a plain one, so the recipient can fix it up however they'd like it. We only have one page. It's a pocket page. There's a pocket on this side with the mat, and you can put a photo right there as well as on here and journal, or you can put a photo back and forth or back and front. There is a mat in the center of the page, and get either 2 large photos, one on each side, 2 small ones on each side, or just one on one side and journal on the other. Whatever mood hits ya. Simple little photo mat there. Again, you can put a photo there. And then on the inside back cover, we have a little string closure doohickey thing and a waterfall. Well, there. It worked in rehearsal, y'all. Anyway, so there you can get another 5. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you can also do the back, so I guess you could actually get 9 in there. But anyway, so there's the waterfall. So anywhere from a dozen, at least a dozen. It just depends on how much journaling you want to do and how many photos you want to do. It's got a little magnetic closure and a simple plain back. So stick around. This is what we're going to make in today's video. So glad y'all have joined me, and here we go. Greetings, greetings, greetings. This is Sunny with Creative Therapy. And y'all, we are about, excuse me while I jiggle the camera a little bit because I'm trying to get it where I want it. Alright, so, buttons on your underwear. Haven't done anything paper related for a while, and I was a little bored tonight, and I decided I just want to do something. I want to make something quick and simple and easy. And so a couple of you out there have missed me. Y'all just don't know that's the best thing ever. It's the most wonderful thing ever that somebody missed you. Not only do they acknowledge you exist, but they like it because they miss you when you're not there. That's just cool. Thank you for those that have written in. Alright, so what I'm doing is I'm making a quickie little, I don't even know what to call it. It's going to be like a little event folder thingy. Yeah, that's some technical stuff, isn't it? Well, let's just get started, and I'll tell you what it is as we go, because I don't know what to call it yet, because I haven't seen it. Alright, so we have 2 chipboards at 6.5 by 4.25, and one at 6.5 by 5/8. So this is our cover to our little doohickey. And so let's just do it. Let's just stick it down, and let's get rolling. This is going to have one simple little page in the center. And there goes ambulance, just because I started trying to tape something the ambulance needs to go by. Enjoy. Alright. Feel the excitement in the air. Gosh. Alright, so I'm just sticking this down. If you've watched any of my videos, I've shown how to wrap things a gazillion times. This is not going to be a real good step-by-step. This is just going to be a put it together. So I would recommend looking at some of my earlier videos if you haven't wrapped a cover before. I typically use score tape. But this one is just so small and it's going to be so quick and easy, and I'm leaving gaps so that the paper has room to stretch all the way around. You'll see in a minute if you haven't played this game with me before. This wrap is 7.5 by 12. It's a little longer than we need, but that's alright. We'll just wrap that right on in. I didn't feel like cutting down my 12-inch. I'm telling y'all, this is slap it together. It's going to be adorable though. It'll never look slapped together. It's just that, you know, since that little foldy over bit's going to be covered with a piece of paper anyway, who cares? Who cares if it's a ½ inch over here and an inch over there? Who cares? Nobody's going to see that. Here we go with some more sirens. We're having a hot time in Old Town tonight. There we go. Sorry about that again. Alright, so we have front cover, spine, back cover. No, we got motorcycles now, y'all. Jeez. Did I pick the best time ever? Maybe I should close the window. I love fresh air, and I'm in Wisconsin. If not all y'all know that. And in Wisconsin, alright, I'm a southern girl, so for me in Wisconsin, anytime I can have the windows open, you know, anytime the weather permits an open window, honey, I got an open window. Oh, goodness. And, you know, I just realized that before I do this, I have to miter my corners. I haven't mitered my corners. Now I'm going to try and do it over glue. This ought to be fun, y'all. I just get to talking. Common sense goes out the window when my mouth opens. I got a lot of common sense in my brain, but let me tell you, when my mouth opens, it all escapes. I'd never sound brilliant. I think brilliant, but I don't sound brilliant. That's alright. I like to keep it a secret. I don't like others to feel bad that I'm so smart, so I try not to let it show. Alright, so if you're tuning in for the first time, you've just caught on to the fact that I'm a little crazy. And that's why we need some creative therapy. The ones that have watched before, y'all already know. You know I'm doing this just because it keeps me grounded, keeps me halfway sane. Alright, so I've been doing a lot of knitting and crocheting lately. Don't know why. Maybe because we had fall-like weather in August up here, and then we hit September, and then it was in the 80s. It was kind of backwards. Our August and September's got flip-flopped. I guess tomorrow's the first day of October. Now, how the hell that happened, I don't know. September just totally disappeared on me. So we're going to go into October tomorrow. We're already into fall. I don't like fall. That's the dormant season. I have a rough time between Halloween and Yule. But we will get there. We will all get there together. Cycle happens every year. Should come as no big surprise. This is why I like score tape for my covers. I don't know if this is going to work, y'all. You can watch me fail right here on the YouTube. In front of everybody. Yeah, I like score tape better for this. Should have grabbed it. Alright, there we go. Okay. There's side number 1. Let's see if side number 2. Come on, baby. Come on. And don't forget, I like to do the long sides first. I don't know why. I just do, but then don't forget to go tuck your little corners there. I'll show you in a minute. Right now I'm working on getting this to stay down. See, the score tape would just grab it, boom, right there. Of course, this is going to work too. It's just going to take me longer. Patience isn't my greatest virtue. I don't even know what would be. Honesty. That is my bestest quality. I am honest. Oh my goodness, you hang out with me a while, you wish I'd tell you a lie. Alright, so now what I was talking about is my little corners. Get you some glue in that little corner right there. That one right there. And make sure you get them tucked. Well, there. Get them tucked in before you roll that side up, or you'll have a little gap there. Have a little bald spot. Alright, so what have y'all been doing? I don't hear a thing. That's probably good. Probably a good sign that I'm not hearing voices tonight. Well, I've seen Christmas stuff. I'm going to try not to have a rant in the middle of a project. But can we have our Halloween? Can we have our Thanksgiving? Does Christmas have to overshadow every flippin' thing else? Number one, I don't celebrate it. But even if I did, I would like to have it in December. What a novel idea. At least let us have Thanksgiving. Can we, be thankful first? Alright. Mini rant over. Oh, goodness. Now, I have started working on Yule gifts. I have to say, because, when you're a crafter, you can't get it all done in December. However, I just don't want to see decorations in the store and stuff. I would like to have Halloween. Do you know Halloween decorations are like 60% off? My goodness, it's not October till tomorrow. What the heck? It's great that they're on sale. I'm just saying, they've already been out so long that they're marked down. I just don't understand this country we live in. Alright, so now our cover and spine is wrapped. Now here's my plan. I probably should have shared this when I started. I wanted to make something out of a 6x6 pad. I use 6x6 all the time, but I usually use them along with like my 12x12 papers or my 8x8s or whatever. Depends on, what company it is. Like Graphic 45 usually has all three sizes in their collections. And I wanted to see if you just wanted to do something quick and easy, and you didn't want something that's highly costy, spendy, pricey, whatever, and you didn't want this big, long, drawn-out project. Mine, I keep thinking of new things to add to it, and then they tend to get so big I never want to finish them. So I wanted to see what I could do that was quick, cheap, easy, little gift. Maybe for Halloween. I was thinking about doing this in Halloween papers, but I wanted to play with a pad. I wanted to see what I could do with a pad. And this is not my typical stuff, is it, y'all? I don't know. I just wanted something different, I guess. And this is what I came up with. It's softer than I usually go for. But it's pretty. It's got a little too much pink in it for my taste. Like, I like the pages that don't have so much pink. But, I don't know. It spoke to me, especially for like $3. I'll buy anything for $3. Are you kidding? Okay. So, now I'm just working the edges up. See how easy? Alright, so there's our little cover. And again, if you don't know how to wrap covers, please just reference one of my other videos. I go through it and explain it in most of them, and I don't want to keep putting everybody through that if you don't need it, but if you need it, it's out there. Now, I know you're thinking, well, if you've got 6 by 6 pads, why is this 6.5 inches long and 4.5 inches wide? Well, here's why. Because I am going to double mat it. That's why. I have cut some cardstock for my covers that I felt contrasted with most of the papers in here. You know, I think this green will coordinate with most of the papers. So what I'm going to do is I am going to put green. So I cut 4 of these out of 112 by 12 paper. Each of these, I know what they are. I'm just holding out on you. They're 6 1/4 by 4 1/4. I just wrote it down wrong. That's why I was sitting here stumped. There's 4 of them at 6 1/4 by 4 1/4, not 4 1/2. Okay. All right. We'll put those on in just a minute. Before we do, I'd like to go ahead and introduce you to our center page. Our center page is 9 inches by 6 1/4 inches. All right. So our covers are 6 1/2. Our page is going to be 6 1/4. I have scored this, well, first score it in the center. Score it at 4 1/2. Then flip it over and score a 1/4 inch on either side. So you've got 1/4, 4 1/2, 8 3/4. This is going to be the simplest little pocket page ever in the history of the world. That could be an exaggeration. And we're just going to send it right there on the spine. But you know what? And that naked spine is going to show a little bit, and we can't be having that. So let's get a piece of black. And we're going to cut this. See, this is 5/8. So we're going to cut this 6 1/2. And we need 5/8. Well, you know what? I could get the X-Acto blade and a ruler, but I am just the laziest thing. Let's go with about right there. What do you think? Is that going to do it? I have no idea. It's one of those kind of nights, y'all. It looks pretty darn good to me, though. I get a brownie point. All right, I'm just going to glue that down. Ooh, and now that I'm thinking about it, if I do the insides with this, we'll just go ahead and take it all the way. No, because we need it centered. Dang it. You know what? I need that wider because I need to cover this and this. Oh, my goodness. So glad I figured that out. Let's see if that'll be more like it. Will that be wide enough? It will. I should have put that on first so that that would have covered it. Dang it. Well, y'all learn from my mistakes now. You should put this down before you fold that over. Write that down real quick. Alright, so just cut this under 6 1/2. We'll glue it down. Alright, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to take a couple of bites of my dinner, and then I'm going to come back. Okay? Just a minute. Alright, I glued it down, and I took a couple of bites. Ha ha. Alright, so there's that. These are going to go on the inside. Oh, let's go ahead and bend that first. I like to take my bone folder and go in those creases. Ooh, since this is glue, maybe I should let it dry better first. We'll be alright. Alright, you guys know, I usually overthink everything and I take too long to do my projects. I'm really picky. I'm trying really hard to just put it together, not overthink it. Kind of slap it together. I hate to use that term because that, you know, I don't want to sound like I'm not paying attention to anything, but anyway. Alright, so now with this, here's what I'm thinking. I'm going to do this and set it aside and let it dry. So I'm going to put glue just a thin little bit along here. and along the bottom. So just on 2 sides, maybe 1/8 of an inch up. And let's glue that together. Well, it's nice if it, there we go. If it's straight. All right. And then we'll let it dry a little bit before we attach it. All right. Just one little center page. And it's going to be open at the top for a nice tag. This right here, those 2/4 inches, is what's going to attach it to our spine. Like so. And then I think I'm going to do like corner pockets on each side for tags in there. So that's super simple. On the back cover, I'm planning to do a waterfall. And on the front cover, I'm planning to do some stacked pockets. Or I might switch that around. Who knows? Who knows? Okay. Now let's go ahead and glue these down. Telling you, so simple. So simple. But I'm thinking it's going to hold at least a dozen pictures, I think. We'll find out. I'm thinking of stacking 3 pockets with tags in them. Alright, just kind of center this best you can. Get it all down. It's either going to have a waterfall or some pockets over it, but still, this gives us a nice base to work off of. Nice and clean, pretty. I was thinking about, I don't know if I'm going to do a closure. I was thinking maybe to do just a little magnetic piece that would hold it down. And the reason I pause here to think about that is because if we're going to do that, I would want to attach it before I put this on the back cover, because I'd want to put it under this. So I'm going to hold off on that for just a second while I think on it. I'm also going to hold off on putting the front one down because I'd want to put the other magnet underneath it. You know, for the little flap to catch too. Somewhere in there. Oh, well, this will have pattern paper over it anyway. That's alright. I'm still going to think on that. Let's just do it. Let's quit thinking and just start doing. See, there I go, overthinking. What if we doubled this? Let's double this, because this is some not real heavyweight paper. So first I'm going to double it. And there's our little, I don't know, flap. I don't know what it's called. It's one of those things. Oh, you know what? I should have put the, I'm such a dork. Let's put the, ooh, is it too late? Nah, I can fit it in there. Let's put the magnet in there. I don't want that one, I want this one. Put the magnets. Okay. We're just going to stick a magnet in there, y'all. Glue it back together. Okay. See, you can learn how to correct mistakes when you watch my videos. See, I just do that on purpose so I can teach you, you know, what to do if you make that mistake. Oh my gosh, so I put it on the wrong end. I cannot do anything while I'm telling you about it. There. Oh, maybe I should go back to over planning and working everything out before I turn on the camera and all that stuff that I thought was being too analytical and too anal. Yeah, maybe it's not that bad. All right, so let's put that, we could put that on the inside of the back, or we could put it on the outside of the back. I think it makes more sense to have it on the outside of the back. What do you think? And boy, is that too long. Okay, so we're gonna need to really put it, well, that's all right, that'll anchor it real good. All right, and we want it about halfway. Oh, we may need a little more room. Okay. Let's just shut up about it and do it. Shut up and do it. Shut up and do it. Okay. Halfway's about right there. I have a tendency to just eyeball everything. Okay. Now it looks too low, doesn't it? Let me just come this way. Make it straight. It looks a little low to me, but we're going to go with it. All right, now we can just put our pattern paper right over that. Yeah, let's get it down a little bit better though. Since I moved it, I messed it up. Okay. It'll be adorable. Oh, and I usually just get my magnets from eBay, y'all. I know, what's the company, Basic Gray, that puts them out? Oh, shoot. Oh, do you see me making a mess? It's my glue eraser. There, saves me. All right, Basic Gray puts them out, and they're really good, and if y'all want to go buy those, they're great. They will do exactly what you want. And they just cost too much, in my opinion. So I just go to eBay and I get about 100 of them. Or for about 10 bucks, 12 bucks, something like that. So I'm not cheap, I'm economical. Frugal. All right, and I want to leave a little room. I'm not going to do the placement on that until I kind of... So let's not put the front cover on until we get the inside done and know how thick it's going to be. But we can go ahead and do. And I've got a little bit of rough edge on my paper there from the cut. Just going to sand that a little bit. Got a little bit of paper under my nail. Okay. We are getting started. This is, I told you, it's going to be quick, it's going to be easy, it's going to be cute. And it'll probably be a present for somebody. I don't have anybody in mind right now, but you know. Things come up, people have bad days. It's always good to have a little something on hand to cheer somebody up that you care about. And it's just fun to make stuff. And to see what you can come up with out of a 6x6 pad. Alright, let's go ahead and attach this. I want to make sure that the opening is to the top. And I'm just going to put it right there. Alright. And then we will do some waterfall, and we will do some stacked pocket, and then we will put some pattern paper on, and then we'll go, oh, look how cute that is. Alright, it's hard with black on black. I don't know if you can see, and I realize I'm probably just putting my head in your way. Woo, woo, woo. Try to get it in the center. There we go. And in the center, let's lay it over to make sure it's straight. And see how not straight it is? That's why we laid it over. Now let's lay it over this way, and now it's crooked this way. Alright, we might have to just split the difference and get it as close as we can. There we go. Looks pretty good. So burnish, 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 burnish. And then I'm going to walk away and let all of this dry before I go further and mess it up. So we're going to have another pause right here while I go eat some dinner and let this dry. I don't know how long it's been, but we've already wrapped a cover and put on a page and lined the inside. I think we're doing good. I don't know what the schedule was, but by golly, we are right on schedule. Be back in a few minutes. It'll be no time at all for you, though. Uh-oh. Where's my... All right, moving on. Well, first of all, let me just say there's been a change of plans. Surprise, surprise. So I started the video on Saturday night, and I was going to finish the video on Saturday night, but as you can see, I've got my morning cup of tea. So you might think it's Sunday morning. No, 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 boys and girls. It's Tuesday. You know, I work 9-hour shifts on Sunday and Monday, so here I was trying to do a quick and easy, all-in-one evening. Yeah, that just never happens with me. So sorry. So sorry. Sorry, not sorry. All right, so I'm sipping my tea. All right, next up on our agenda, we're going to do this inside front cover page whatever thingy. So you will need 6.5 by 4. This is 6.5 by 4. This is 6 by 4. This is 5 by 3.5, 5 by 2, 5 by 2. Here's the, well, let's score it and then I'll tell you the plan. All right. On the one that is 3.5 by 5, go ahead and score that at 3 on the 3.5-inch side. And then on the 5-inch side, score it 4.5, score it a half. Okay. On the two that are 2 by 5, score it 4.5 and a half. Okay, same. Same. All right. Now on the one, okay, the one that's 4 by 6, leave it alone. The one that's 4 by 6.5, turn it to the 6.5-inch side, score it 6. All right. Now that we got the details out of the way, here's the plan. The plan is, take this and fold it. Alright, so this is a flappy do. It is going to go like that. Ooh, and that's just a smidgen. I don't know if you can see, but there's just the tiniest little bit sticking out at the bottom. So what I'm going to do is just take that teeny little bit away. And it's not very much. It was that much, y'all. I think that's going to get it. Now let's try again. Now where'd my black piece go? Good grief. Alright, let's put this, I don't know which way's right side up. I think that's right side up. Alright. So that's going to go on top of that. And we're going to glue it there in a minute. Before we do that, we are going to make stacked pockets on the front flappy do. And I have to measure it a bit. All right, so 1" down from the top. All right, see, this is 3.5, so 1" down from the top, make a mark. Make a mark. Okay. All right. All right. On these that are 2 inches, make a mark at 1 inch as well. All right, so about right there. That's just crooked as it can be. That's all right. It doesn't have to be perfect. All right, so make that one, make that one. I could use a ruler. That'd probably be better. Yep, probably would. So I'm just going to keep sitting here doing it this way. All right, so that's that. That's that. All right, and it's just up to the score line. What we're going to do is we're going to take the cap off our scissors, or they don't work so good. And we're going to notch that center little bit right out, up to the score line. Okay. On all 3, we're going to notch it, notch it, notch it. I know it may not make sense yet, but that's why you got to stick around and watch my video so you see what in the hell I'm doing. Alright, so notch it there. These don't have to be any particular size. Just notch the darn things. Just get rid of that center bit, as we're going to be doing special stuff. And then down here where you got your X's, where your lines come together, go ahead and chop that out. Just go right through the middle of that X. And then discard. We don't need the triangular bits. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to fold on our score lines. Put it with the mountain side up. Go over the mountain. Over the mountain. Over the mountain. Whoa, that one wasn't very good. And then burnish. Beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiful work we're doing here, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. Welcome to my own personal circus in my brain, in my brain, in my brain. I'm getting sloppy trying to hurry. Y'all take your time, don't get sloppy. Okay. There's that. Now, here's where we're just going to get plumb fancy. If I can find my glue. There it is. On this top little flappy do, well, first decide how you want your pockets to go. I want mine to go polka dot, flower, plaid, whatever that is. Alright, now, on your top little flappy do, put you some glue, like so. Okay. Take the bottom half of your neck. I cannot line that up. See, I got to do it a certain way or I can't get it in there. Alright, so you're going to line up the bottom portion of your next pocket to the top portion of your bottom pocket. And you're actually going to glue these flaps to the front, to the outside of that. So you're going to line up the bottom with the middle of your notch. And that should line the top up with the middle of that notch. I turn it to the front so I can make sure that it's reasonably straight. Like so. We're looking good so far. And I did this in one of those little Christmas, it was an event, I called them cards, and they went in an envelope, but they weren't really cards, like greeting cards. They were a card format. It was really a folio. But anyway. Alright, now we're going to go to the top of this second one and we're going to put our glue on that flap. And we're just going to repeat the process. And we're going to glue our top stacked pocket just the same way. So the bottom lines up with the middle and the top of this lines up with the middle of that. Or at least that's the plan. And then we always just kind of, before it's fully down, flip it over adjust as necessary to where it looks right. And now, you know I usually ink all my edges. For this one, I'm not inking anything. I'm leaving them raw, which is not really my go-to move. But I just wanted it nice and clean. I didn't want smudgy, inky edges. I wanted it this way. And now we're going to attach this whole thing here. But before I do that, I want some sort of design paper up there. I have to decide which one I want, and I'll cut me a piece and stick it on there. Do we want a little bit of that maybe? Would that look good? I don't like that. I don't know what I want. I did not plan ahead like I should have. We could always go and put that up at the top. What do you think of that? That's not bad. We can do that. Alright, so let's just cut a little 2-inch piece that's 4 inches wide. It doesn't need to fold over. So we're going to cut 2 by 4 and be done with that. Alright, now we're going to put it all the way up to the top on the black. And I think it's just a hair wider. Oh, me and my smidgens. Just a smidgen off. It's a good thing I've got a smidgen cutter, isn't it? Just make shit up, Sonny. Alright. Let's put that right there. Okay. Make it so. And I want to find my electrical tape. Now I know that sounds kind of weird since we're dealing with paper, but it works really well for the inside of those pocket flaps so that your tags don't catch on them. I have to locate that, so I'm probably going to take a brief pause. I do apologize. I should have had that planned before I turned on my camera. You know, you see I hadn't even finished my first cup of tea, so you have to cut me just a little bit of a break, I reckon. Alright, just wanted to make sure that that edge was kind of flush there with the fold. Alright. Do-do-do-do. And the reason I want my electrical tape, let's see if maybe it's around here somewhere. Excuse me for getting up. There it is. In my handy dandy carry-all. I didn't have to break after all. Look at that, y'all. What we're going to do is we're going to put the inside. Which way do I do it? Do I do it on that side or that side? I do it on this side. Okay. I've only done this once before, so I had to stop and think for a minute. Alright, so we're going to take this tape and we're going to just lay it on the inside of our flaps. From the bottom, just right up to the fold. Careful, it's electrical tape, so it will stretch, so don't stretch it or it'll be a little too short. So just let it lay natural. Cut it off flush with the top. Repeat on the other side. Okay. Well, I stretched it a little. There. Just let it lay there. Okay. Alright. Now, see what that's doing is when you turn this in, you had little edges, but now that you've got tape there, there's no little edges. So when you're sliding your tags in, there's nothing to catch on. We're going to fold that up, let it catch on the tape there at the bottom, kind of hold that in place. And then we're going to go back with our glue, and we're going to put glue on all the paper bits. Okay? Y'all going to have to trust me on this one. I worked it out in that other project, and it took me a little while. I'm not going to lie. That probably wasn't fun to watch while I was figuring out how to make it work. work the way I wanted it to. But it worked really, really well, so I'm doing it again. Now we can take our stacked pockets, and y'all probably noticed there's no bottoms in our pockets until you get down to the very bottom one. And the reason is that way our tags can get progressively longer. So we can have a short one at the bottom, and then a long one at the top, and a medium in the middle. Alright, just make sure that's all lined up. And then just burnish, burnish, burnish. And what you end up with is a pocket that's just stacked. So we're going to make a short tag. Oh, that's too wide. I don't have anything to demonstrate with. Well, that's a great but look, nothing's on the edge to catch. You take it all the way over and there's nothing. So that one's that deep. This one, see there, and then the top one all the way down. See? All right. I think I'm brilliant. Do not let me know any different, please, because it could just crush me. All right, so now we're going to put glue on the inside of this flap. And we're going to glue that to the back side of our pattern paper. Okay. Now we're going to try and square it up first so nothing sticks out at the bottom or the sides. Fold it over. And there it is. Now that it's adorable, we're going to take that whole thing, and look how cute that is with that all the way around. We're going to glue this down, and so it's going to open up. Ooh, make sure you don't glue that together. Alright, so the whole thing's going to open up, and we're going to have a place for a picture here. We're going to probably mat that. We'll do something there. And then we'll have this on the outside. I think it's heavy enough that we don't even need a magnet to hold it down. I think it's adorable. Sometimes it's so adorable I have to sing it. I can't just say it. It's hard being retarded, y'all. I shouldn't even say that. I didn't mean to use that word. I hope that just probably came out some kind of wrong. I'm so sorry if I'm being offensive. My goodness, I even have a son with a brain injury, and I'm sitting around here saying things like retarded. Something just not right about me. Please know that I'm not being offensive, or I'm not intentionally being offensive, because I wouldn't insult my baby boy for anything in the world. I'm just a little off in my head. Insane in the membrane. Alright. Let's half-ass get that straight. Yes, I said ass. Alright. I am not for the nice people or the goody people. I'm just offensive all the way around. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Alright, so there is our inside front cover. Change the subject quickly. There we go. And like I said, I believe that's heavy enough. We don't even have to get any type of closure or a magnet or anything. Look at that. Too stinking cute. And of course we're going to go back and we're going to be making some inserts / tags, whatever, in a bit. And those are too wide, so why do I keep trying to show you with something that doesn't work? Alright, so that's the inside front cover. Now for the back side cover, I'm just going to do a waterfall. So these, I've cut 4 pieces that are 4 inches wide by 4 3/4 inches long. And I have scored them on the long edge at the last ½ inch or the first ½ inch, whichever way you want to look at that. And I believe I am just going to put these straight down on that back page like so. And then we're going to mat each of these. So let's get started, shall we? Oh, how much time do I have? This thing cuts off in about 18 minutes. I better go now. I'll come back. Alright, I'm back. Let's zoom a little. There. How's that? Let's scoot it up a little. There we go. Alright. So I decided to put a couple of slivers on the inside where the spine is on either side of our page. Just to kind of finish that off a little bit. No big deal, you don't have to do that. You can use pattern paper. I'm just using this pretty green cardstock. Make sure your glue goes to the edge so you don't have any little curling up lifty bits. And I've cut it the same length, which is 6 1/4. Actually, they were left over, so they were already 6 1/4. I didn't cut it. But I did trim the edges just so it would be narrow enough to fit right up in there. And there's my bone folder. There we go. I like that. You could use a little washi right there too. That would be cute. If you had a nice narrow washi. And now we've got one for the other side. And then we're going to put our waterfall on the back cover. Okay. Which way does it go to? Ah! Dork. But. Okay. Too easy peasy. Alright, so now for our waterfall, since the black piece is cut 1/4 inch more narrow than the green, just, you know, center it side to side and then try to keep a border at the top that's about the same as the two sides. I like to lay it down first and get an idea of what it's going to look like so that when I put it down I can kind of get it in the right spot, hopefully. Here we go. And burnish, burnish, burnish. Again, these are 4 3/4 by 4. Scored at 1/2 inch. Alright, next piece, we're just going to butt it right up next to that first one. See, this really would be quick and easy if I didn't get distracted by dinner and then get lazy and stop and then have to come back 2 days later and finish it up. Oh my goodness. Alright, before I fully burnish that, I want to just make sure it lines up at the bottom with this one. Okay. And then, there we go. Just boom, boom, boom. I think I might round the corners of these flaps. Probably should have done that before I attached them, but I can still do it. No worries, no worries. Okay. Oop, looks kind of good. Okay. I mean, if it's not perfect, nobody's going to come take your crafting license away or anything, but, you know, we do try. Make an effort to get things straight. And now at the very bottom, you can mount one more. Hold on, let me get this down and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay. What you can do is right here, instead of just leaving that flap sit there like that, you can take another piece and just mat it down to the length. Okay, that one's not long enough. This one I need to cut off just a little bit and then take an inch. Okay, so let's make this one 4 by about, oh, I don't know, let's try 3 3/4. See what that looks like. Put it right there. And then close that. Does it line up? We'll find out here. Yep, I like it. So we'll just go ahead and put that down. Because, you know, who wants to look at that sitting there? And if I would have planned ahead, I could have cut that last flap just long enough to fold it. Whatever. I didn't plan that far ahead, y'all. So I'm just cutting a separate piece. Now that you're watching the video and you see, you may just want to cut that last one 4 inches by 8.5 and then score it at 4 1/4. And then you wouldn't have to piece this one here. You'd just, you know, glue it right there. Whatever works with the paper you've got, that's what you do. If you have a piece long enough, you want to cut it all in one piece, do that. If you don't plan ahead like me and you get to the end, stick it on. All right, I think we're going to do a little, maybe a flap here, flap there. I don't know yet what we're going to do. Or we could put a brad here and a brad here and a twisty tie, and I think that might be the way to go with this one since it's kind of small. All right, it's coming along. Definitely coming right along. Cute, cute, cute. We've got that there. We may mat something here. That sticks over just a teeny bit. Let's kind of just distract a little. There. Look at that. That disappeared, right? Oh, I probably shouldn't have put it down till it dries. Don't get too full of myself and think I've solved something and then make a mess. All right, so, yeah. These. I was kind of thinking, mat it and put a pocket on it. But now, ooh, our paper isn't long enough to do a wraparound pocket. We could just do a pocket on each side. I was thinking like a, you know, just a pocket like that. Could always do one that wraps around, but you need a piece of paper that's about 8 inches long, and I'm using these 6x6 pads, so that's obviously not going to work. But we can put a mat on there and then just put a pocket over it. We could do a black pocket and mat the black, or that might look better, huh? I'm going to think on it and come back and let you know what I've decided. Hey, I'm back. Alright, so what I did was I went ahead and cut my mats. All 3 of these are 3 1/4. This one's 3 1/2, so this is 3 1/4 by 3 1/2, 3 1/4 by 4 1/2, 3 3/4. I said a quarter, I meant 3/4. All of these are 3 3/4 by 3 1/2, 4 1/2, 5 1/2. This one is 3 3/4 by 6. It goes in your center page. All right, so there's the mats cut. Oh, and I cut 2 more because we're going to have a front pocket and a back pocket. So each of these are 3 3/4 by 5 1/2. They're going to fit in there. All right, so mats done. Now we need to cut our back page, or you know, our mats for these. And these are each 4 by 6. So you need 2 4 by 6 of your pattern paper. And I am using the same design for the pockets on the front and the back. And each of these is 4 by 3. Okay. So now we're going to score these. And as soon as I locate my scoreboard, there we go. Alright. So I'm going to score at 3.5. 3.5. Also turn it and 2.5. So you got a 1/2 inch bottom, a 1/2 inch side. On the other one, you want it, let me see, I want it to go that way. The other direction. So you're going to have a 1/2 inch. And then, which do I want, bottom or top? Okay, and a 1/2 inch. Okay. Because one pocket goes this way, one pocket goes that way. Alright, technical terms. This away, that away. Learn them. Cut through your X's. Okay. And fold and fold. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Now, I want to take off that corner bit. But I don't know how much yet. So I wanted to sit this down and have a look. I think I want to come in from the bottom 1 inch and on the top 2 inches. So I'm going to take a ruler. I'm going to come, and now this is folded. Mind you, I measure mine after it's folded so I can kind of see what it's going to look like. So I want that little bit to come off. So I'm going to do it just like so. Alright. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other one. I'm going to come up 1 inch and 2 inches. Wait a minute. Why is that not coming out the way I want it to? Alright, right there to right there, and boom. Alright, so much for that. Woo! Throwing X-Acto knives. Look out, boys and girls. Alright, get all this mess out of my way. Okay. And then, now, we have the option of mounting them on the top or on the bottom. I'm going to go with the bottom. I'm going to wrap around. If you put them on the top, it gives you a little bit more room. But we're just putting one mat in each of these, so no biggie. So I'm just going to go ahead and stick that on there. And on this one, I want it going the other direction. So I'm going to stick that on there too. Quick, easy peasy. But it's still going to be adorably cute, don't you worry. Okay. And burnish. I'm thinking I probably should have inked these in black, but you know what? I decided not to on this album. I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone. I tend to do things the same way all the time. So I'm not inking. It just feels weird to me to have white edges on my paper. Oh, why am I even doing that? Because now I've got to glue them down. Here I was worrying about getting that in there. Alright, so this one's going to go here. The other one's going to go on the back side. Okay. It's going to be such a cute little book. And like I said, quick and easy gifts. Okay. It looks about centered. And there's glue. I always got to get glue on a finger and then get it on my paper every time. Okay. And burnish, burnish, burnish. We are almost done, y'all. It's that easy. Look how easy. Is that glue again? How did that one get there? Maybe it's not. Okay, whatever, whatever. That one we will mat and put in there. We've got to mat these yet. I don't even know. We may not, if we mat these and they're heavy enough. Oh shoot, I should have rounded that before I glued it down. Now I can't round these because that one's not rounded. And then it would stick out. Oh, I'm such a dummy. Take notes, y'all. This is what not to do. Should have rounded my corners. It'll be fine. It'll all be fine. Okay. Do you hear some hollering in the background? My goodness. I have some stupid TV on. I think it's a Steve Wilkos show. Everybody's always fussing about something. Not me. I'm just crafting. I don't have time to fuss. Well, I fuss about my crafting. I guess that's the same thing, isn't it? Alright. Okay, that goes there. I got specks on stuff. Isn't that cute? Look how cute. My, my, my. Okay. That looks good. Make sure all the little edges are stuck down. Burnish, burnish. Get a good adhesion, good contact. Alright. We will mat that. We will mat these. We will mat that. I've got it upside down in case you're wondering. And I don't know if I'm going to put anything on that to hold it down or not. I'm still debating. Like I said, we could put a brad here and a brad here and a twine twisty. And yeah, I'm going to go cut mats. And I'll come back and show you. It'll basically be done at that point. I'm thinking, I don't know, I might put 2 here. Alright, so I'm going to mat everything 1/4 of an inch smaller than it is. So this mat will be 3.5 by 3 3/4. 3.5 by 4 4.25. Yeah, 4 1/4. 3 1/4, 4 1/4, 5 1/4, and 3.5 across. And then I'll mat these, and I'll mat this. Everything's going to get mat. And I will come back and show you that. And I'm still debating whether or not we're going to do brads to hold that down. I just don't, once the paper's on it, may not need it actually. Because, you know, it's heavier and then it holds itself down. Alright, that's it for this little blip. And then I'll do the next little blip. We'll figure out the cover. Like I said, I was waiting to see how thick this was going to be. I didn't want to put my magnet way over here and then find out it was going to be this thick and I needed my magnet over there. We'll put something on the back side. We'll finish the front side. Feels like a book. Starting to look like a book. Cute, cute, cute. Hello. Welcome back. Alright, and you know, every time I turn this off and on, I have to redo the zoom. Sorry about that. How aggravating. Let's see. Oh, there. Let's get everything in frame. Ever darn time. So sorry, y'all. Alright, so here's what we got. I decided to go ahead and put the brad. So what I've done is I just got a brad off of this My Mind's Eye. Anyway, it's something I've had forever. Probably don't sell it anymore, but you've got a brad somewhere. I know you do. Alright, so I cut a piece of twine. It's probably too long, but you know, better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. We put that down there, and I went ahead and poked a hole all the way through because I'm going to put another paper over this, so it'll cover that. And now, before I put this top paper on here, oh no, we want to put the paper on first. What am I thinking? There we go. Well, because I was debating about a magnet. So anyway, oh, we're going to need to cover. Oh, that's why I did it. Woo! I'm okay, me too. We're going to need to put the brad through the paper here. That's why I didn't glue it down. I knew there was a reason. Alright, well, I've been on the phone with my daughter and I got out of crafting brain and I tried to come back into it and goodness, I'm a mess. Alright, so let's get that out of the way. Let's get the hole poker because we're going to poke the hole. Alright, everything's just a mess. We'll need that in a minute. Alright, so I put the bluish, greenish, turquoisey one down there, and I'm going to put the red one up here. We want it right about there. Alright, let's put that. Alright, there we go. And then we're going to put this right in there. We're going to make sure our little legs go to the side so they don't stick out at the bottom. Go ahead and push that down. Alright, now we can glue like that. See how that works? We will glue everything down. Make sure it sticks. And then we will have a little twisty tie closure. I've got about everything matte now. And I'm fitting to show you what it looks like. We'll get this down. Only thing I haven't done is the front cover. And obviously the back. Okay, get that all down there. Make sure the edge sticks. Alright. Let me this thing so there we go. Just kind of hold that down a little bit. Get any little air bubbles out. Put that in there before it gets dried out. Look how cute! I'm going to let it dry, but then we'll do the twisty-do. You know how we do? Like so. Maybe. Let's pull that up and around. There. Pull that. There we go. There we go. Ta-da! And then we'll cut off that itty bit right there. Alright. So I have matte these. Make sure that sticks down now. Alright. We've got the birds, we got the flowers, we got the ballerinas, and we got the whatever this is, and then we got the pretty flowers on the back. So that's now matte. We have matte our photo matte, like so. We've matte this photo matte, like so. We've matte this photo matte and put a little pull tab at the top. And it's not quite centered. We matte each of these little photo mats that get progressively longer. Cute, cute, cute. See how they just all slide right in there. Ta-da! Then I matte the back. So the inside of our book is pretty much done. I'll probably put a cute little embellishment there, there, you know, maybe just a little cut apart or something, just to give it a little finishing touch. Now we have to do our front cover. Now that we know about how thick it's going to be, let's go ahead and place that magnet. And I thought I put one out here, but maybe I did, maybe I didn't. We'll get another one. Come on. Here, go stick right there. Alright. Oops, sorry, jarred the camera. Alright, so we put that there. And we'll put the glue on the back. And clean the glue off of that a little bit. And then let's place that right about there. And that's our marker. And then we'll put that right there. Okay, for the cover, I've been playing a little bit. And I'm going to do something. I'll probably get some flowers. But this is our base. And then over that, I want this black marbly, swirly, whatever. Okay. I'm not very good at straight, am I? Oh well, it's on there. So there's that. Now, do we want it this way? Do we want it down in the corner? Do we want it that way? Alright, I like it that way better. Don't ask me why, I don't know. Now, I hadn't inked the edges throughout, but on this paper and this paper that go on the front cover, I did just ink the edges. I didn't smudge it onto the front, just the edges, because I just couldn't take it. Alright, now somehow in this mix, I'm going to include these words. This makes me smile. And then flowers. I need some metal or something. I don't know. But we're going to do some sort of decoration here. This whole piece now is going to sit right on there. But I'm going to go dig around in my flowers and my metals and come up with something that I want on the front cover. We're going to cover our little tag or tab or this thing with something. Don't know what yet. Another piece of patterned paper and then something, I don't know. So I'm going to go find that stuff and we're just almost done. This whole thing is just almost done, finally. And it's going to be so very cute. Just got to find some embellishments for the front. Alright. Alright, I think I've about decided on my cover. I want to take this little sparkly flower, cut it in half. Alright. Because none of this is attached, by the way. Alright, I think what I'm going to do is put a little bit of sticking out like that. You know, just a little bit. And so let's go ahead and glue that on there as best we can for now. Let's see about where I want that. I want it about there. Will that stick out? I just want it to stick out a little bit and kind of pick up that pink in this flower that I found that I had in my stash. You got to freshen it up just a little here. Alright, I want it to go there, and I want a little bit of sticky out parts here. Gotta have my metals. Y'all know I can't make an album without metals on it because I like them. I think it makes it, just makes it. Alright, I want that about like so. And then the other one I want about like so, I guess. Alright. Good enough. Good enough. And then, so it's going to go in a corner. And I want a leaf coming up. I want a leaf coming out. And I want a leaf coming out. Something like that. You know what? Something isn't right, is it? I think these need to scoot this away. Oh, goodness. All right. So to get it to fit in the corner, how did I have it? I don't know how I had it. There. Maybe I should just put that down first. Can y'all even see what I'm doing? So sorry. Let me get this guy where I want him to start with. Okay, then maybe I can figure out the rest of it. I just wanted a little bit of pink. And I should probably put this glue on the back here. Oh, I hear rain spatters hitting the window. It's a shame we can't get any damn rain in this place. It has rained more this spring, summer, and fall. Alright. Sort of like that, sort of like that. I'm not going to push everything down too much yet because I want to make sure that I get my metals in there. Oh, there, that looks about right. Where's my E6000? I'm going to swallow that pen someday, y'all. If you hear me choking, somebody call. Oh, good, there's an extra. Oh my goodness, love it when there's an extra. Alright, got my E6000 squished on it. Now let's do it about right. Oh no, I was going to put a edge on there, so don't let me cover that up. Alright, so let's do it like that. Okay, push that down. And then over here, let's go ahead and put that down so I know to stay within my little boundaries here. I get most of my metals from Butterbee scraps. Sometimes I do find things on eBay. I've been wanting to try that Ally, A-L-I-A-L-Y. They've got really good prices. Okay. It's just that the website itself is so overwhelming. I go on there and start to look and I just get overwhelmed and I give up. It's too many things for Grandma to look through. Alright, let's scooch this under here. Uh-oh. Now I've done it. I don't want that there though. Hold on. Needs to be more like that. And then, alright, that's good. That's good. Just want it peeking out a little bit. Alright, that'll do. Let's get our edges on. Ooh, and I even found these that I can put on here. Really, I just think these little touches of metal seriously just dress it up so much. So quick and easy to make it look so much fancier. Look how easy that is. And they're not expensive at all. Just these little molded aluminum corner thingies. And I feel like it gives it a, I don't know, more polished, more finished, more, I just like it. I don't like all those raw paper edges. I'm gonna make a mess. Okay, wait, scooch over it a bit, right there. I don't know how to use this thing here a little bit. And help me. Hit me, hit me, hit me. There it is. We are getting there. I don't know where, but we're getting there. We got a little bit of glitter. Gotta just puff of air to get that off of there. Alright. That's looking pretty good. Let's press some of this stuff down. There. I want that right up that seam. See, I like to cover that seam. Okay. Looks good. Looks good, you guys. I think I want an arrow because it's going to say this makes me smile, and I want to point to the inside as to what it is that's making me smile. It's that stuff inside. And so we want, I don't know if I want the arrow. Do I want those straight? Do I want them crooked? I'll go with straight, I guess. This makes me smile, but do we want... Nah, I think we want it down there. Alright, so we'll just glue this down. And we're almost done. Kind of sort of center that. This. Could even put that up there. This make no, it looks better down there in that little blank spot. And this was actually printed up. This makes me smile, but I cut it apart so that I could use it the way I wanted to. This makes... Uh-oh, hit my leaf. Alright, so this is going to have to sit and dry for a bit, obviously. Okay, come on. Let's try that. Me. Smile. Oh, and I put some cardstock on the little, I don't know what that thing's called, the tab, the closure, that. Put smile. Okay, this makes me smile. Woohoo! Alright. And you can see these aren't cut out perfectly or even all the same. It's supposed to look kind of, that's why I should have probably put them crooked, shouldn't I? Alright, and we will put that on there in a minute because I want to show you the other parts. Now these things, I got like 100 for $10, I don't know, 100 for $6, I don't know what it was. And they go on here, but they seem to fit better if you chomp that with a 1/4 inch chomper. I've done this before. And don't worry about leaving some raw edges because you're going to cover it up with that little thing. Okay. Isn't that cute? Is that, oof. Hold on. I've got glue right there. Alright, let's just put it back up there then. Okay. I should probably wait. I need to let this dry before I mess something up. Alright. We're going to put these corners on. Now, see, they fit much better once you do that. I think we need just a little something right there. I haven't figured out what. I don't think I have any metal pieces that small. That's going to go there. I'm just going to show you inside. I don't think I've done anything else to the inside though. I think you've seen it just the way it was. Yeah, you have. I haven't done anything else. So I'm going to let this dry. The only other thing I did was I put that paper on the back. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to let everything dry, and I'll come back and do the walkthrough. I've got to put that on there and the corners on there, and we'll be done. Well, I might put a little embellishment on the inside. We'll see in a minute. Alright, we are all done. Alright, so there it is. This makes me smile. Just like I showed you, I did not embellish the inside. I left it blank. I think the recipient can do their own little stickers or flowers or whatever they want there. So we are done. Now I'm just going to shoot a quick walkthrough for the beginning of this video, and I will get it up on YouTube for everyone to see. So thank you so much one more time for following along and playing in the craft room / art studio. I hope you enjoyed making our little book. It's simple. I think it'll hold several photos. Let's see, we got 3, 4 if you wanted, 5, 6, 7, 8 if you wanted, 9, 10, 11 if you wanted, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So I'm going to say a dozen to 16, depending on how you want to put them in there. All right, this is Sunny with Creative Therapy. Ciao for now, y'all.